Hi, guys.
The lights again.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go turn the lights off. We couldn't be sitting in front of the fireplace tonight because I just couldn't do it.
Down, Poppy.
Everybody good? We're going to have to get a ring camera light. A ring light.
We've got one.
Oh, that's right. We do. I forgot about it. Hey, Sue. Hey, Susan. Hey, Glenda. How is everybody? Poppy seems to be doing pretty good.
How was your banana sandwiches, Glenda?
Hey, Chris. Oh, I'm trying not to go, y'all. I'm freezing. I don't know why I've been cold all day, and it's been warmer today, but I've been cold all day.
Glenda was making herbal tea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's got the big pickle jars full of herbs.
Really? That's my plan this year. So
Pickle jars full of herbs?
No, herbs.
Hey.
Doing more herbs.
Hey. Quit. You want down?
She's wagging her tail as her little nubs hitting me. She was laying down there in the floor until we started talking.
So I turn the light off.
She did not like the banana sandwich. It was yuck.
63 degrees Friday. Yeah, we're supposed to have warm weather Friday also.
And Saturday and rain.
And rain, and then it's going to drop down to Jack Frost wearing an overcoat.
Yeah, we're supposed to have, it said, I just read a minute ago that it said South Alabama could have up to an inch of snow.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably ain't getting out of this snowstorm.
And then Monday through Thursday, we're not going to get out of freezing till Thursday sometime, and it's going to be in the teens in the morning.
Yeah. 19 degrees. Yeah, we're looking like it's going to be here, same here, and oh, I hate it. It makes it miserable to get out there in the mornings and try to feed everybody.
At the break of midday.
I do not. I go out early and let everybody out early.
Early is relative.
Early for me is not the same early as you.
That's what I'm talking about.
You leave here at 6:30. I'm usually up by 7. Yes.
Ish.
7. I always hear the bus go up the hill.
And up is relative term also.
Just because you don't talk to me doesn't mean I'm not up.
No. Your idea of me being up and your idea of you being up is two different things also.
Well, how do you know I'm not up? I'm usually up and about.
Oh, tell somebody else.
I am. I get up and let the dogs out. And
if I don't have to be at work till later and I just kind of hang around here, 7:30, you're still sawing logs.
Oh, you're so full of it. Gonna be down in the 20s. Yeah, see, that's cold for y'all. I don't want any more. Y'all, we still have snow on our back deck.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't see any right there. Yeah, we had snow for a week solid. I can't remember that happening since 93.
Yeah, it's over here by the little bench. So yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want any more. So I haven't heard a full total of what we could get because I don't think they really know what we're gonna get yet.
They don't know really what we're going to get till the day before.
Right,
It's Alabama. You have to have this has to come in, this has to come in, this.
But I did buy groceries last week, so.
So you going to buy groceries this week?
No, we got plenty of stuff. I bought a lot of stuff. Now, I did go to the store yesterday and I picked up seasonings because we were out of chili mix and all that stuff. So I did pick all that up. I meant to get some stuff to make vegetable soup with, and I forgot.
So you still got to go to the store.
No, you can stop by and get that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've definitely had some stuff here happen on the farm, but we're not going to tell y'all what it is. We're going to make y'all wait.
Cliffhanger.
And yet they still get paid.
Them and college football coaches. I always wanted to be a college football coach. Do one season, get fired, and then pay me millions of dollars for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm all for that. I think Auburn was paying about 4 coaches at one time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I was thirsty. Homemade broccoli. Ooh, broccoli and cheese soup sounds good.
I really wish they lived closer.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to cook.
And I'd get home cooked meals.
I did fix a home cooked meal tonight.
On a regular basis. How about that? Hey, Kayla.
Did y'all hear that? He acts like I don't never
You be
do
safe
cooking.
out there. Oh, shut up.
Hey, Kayla.
Yeah, you be safe out there driving.
Hey, do send me your good broccoli and cheese soup recipe though. So I don't have a good recipe for one, and that sounds really good. So I made spaghetti, homemade spaghetti. So
Homemade.
Yep, it was homemade spaghetti.
You made it at home?
I did. I stirred the pot
from scratch. You scratched her hind end, opened the box
of noodles. I didn't make any homemade noodles.
Well,
I
that
don't
would
have
be
a way
homemade.
I don't have a way to cut them. I want to do it, but I don't have a way to.
See, that's your problem. You got to figure ways around to good stuff.
I know. I just want a KitchenAid mixer with the pasta thing on it.
That's the reason That's the reason you got me is because I figure out how to do all these wild hair ideas you got.
We were just talking about that. I was thinking about moving the ducks into the chicken coop and making their pen my German chicken pen because they're going to start laying soon, and I've got to get them their own pen. So, yeah, send it to me, please. Pizza sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I like a good pizza.
It's hard to find a good pizza.
It is. The little gas station pizzas are probably, to me, the best. What do you think?
Better than most.
Now, we did eat at Little Caesars the other night. We ordered for a group, and it was actually a pretty good pizza, wasn't it?
She won one. See there?
Wow. I would
with
love
the
to
attachments.
win something. I would love to win one.
Well, you got to try.
I've been watching those pallet places that sell them because a lot of times they'll get KitchenAid mixers in, and I ain't had any luck. So, but yeah, I want the one with the noodle attachments. So, I want one too, but I'm just like, ugh.
Ask this young lady who offered to buy her one.
He did.
When we first got together, she was cooking a lot. I said, let me just go buy you a good mixer that you won't have to worry about it. I don't want one of them things. So she never got one.
Well, why didn't you just surprise me? Right? You should have just surprised me, huh? I've surprised you with a lot of stuff.
I'll never surprise
Casey's
you with nothing.
Pizza. What was the name of the place that we ate in Oklahoma? That pizza. Do you remember? It was good, wasn't it?
It was like Chano's or
I don't know, but it was probably some of the best pizza I've had in a long time. Jet's Pizza. I've never heard of that one.
Is that in New York? What?
I like gas station pizza.
New York Jets.
I know. I knew what you were doing.
Well, where else would Jets, unless it's like a name Jets, but I would think, I like a Chicago style pizza.
There used to be one where Nino's is, or used to be in Pelham. It was a Chicago style. It used to be there. And then Nino's came in. So
now Nino's is gone, and it's another Mexican restaurant.
It's another Mexican restaurant.
If you can't swing a dead fajita in Pelham without hitting a Mexican restaurant. And there's two.
See, Jets is in Mount Juliet.
There's two Mexican Western stores in Pelham, though.
Really? Oh, okay then.
I've started to go in. I'm just scared that nobody speak English. I sure enough be the gringo.
You don't find good, like, we have two pizza places in Jasper that Johnny Brusco's and the Pie Factory that do good pizzas. But you don't hardly ever find good pizza places anymore. Now, I'm not crazy about the Pie Factory pizzas. I do like Johnny Brusco's
I like the
pizzas.
Pie Factory's pizza.
I'm not crazy about the Pie Factory's food. So they made me a calzone stromboli thing that like had 2 pieces of cheese in it, like 2 little shredded pieces of cheese in it. I was like, where is my cheese? But I put something over. You know, we put heaters in our troughs. Well,
go get something to clean my glasses with.
Can't see. I'd get up in the mornings and we'd have they wouldn't be froze over, but they'd just have like a little piece of ice across the top of the troughs. I was like, they're plugged in. How does it keep tripping? Well, come to find out, he had bought this little thing that lays on the ground that they all plug into. It's an outdoor outlet. The animals kept stepping on it and cutting it off. So I had to put a bucket over it today because that was what was turning the heaters off. Because I couldn't, it kept blowing my mind why the heaters wasn't working.
I'm guessing that's why.
I put a bucket over it. So we'll see in the morning. So she uses her mixer to grind deer meat too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
You can get a grinder for them. You can get all kind of stuff for them.
Majestic Pies in Morris. Huh. We might have to go try that. I like Mod Pizza, personal pan pizzas. Yeah, we don't have a Kroger. Do you know? I don't know about where you are at. So, but even though we don't have a Kroger around here, we can still do Kroger delivery here. It comes out of Birmingham. And they go to the closest. They said it doesn't matter if there's one in your city or not. You can do Kroger delivery to your area.
If it's anything like Grubhub, $16 delivery for a $16 Subway. It's like, I'll drive.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But everything's high. Yeah, check. But everything is high now because somebody told me the other day said that they used Kroger delivery in Jasper. And I said, we don't have a Kroger. And they said, it doesn't matter.
You know what was real high, don't you?
What?
Fella thought I was going to pay $16 to deliver me a sandwich.
Well, you know, Devin, our nephew did, not Grubhub. What's the other one? DoorDash for a little while. He made actually pretty decent money.
Silly people would call in 2 towns over to have a chocolate cookie delivered.
There's a town that's like, 10, 15 miles from us?
Yeah.
They ordered a chocolate chip cookie from Chick-fil-A. That's all they ordered was a chocolate chip cookie. He had to drive 15 miles for a chocolate chip cookie.
I bet that woman was pregnant.
I didn't think about that.
I would bet that woman was pregnant. Her husband's like, I am not driving to Jasper. Well, I just go to whatever. Well, that's fine, but I'm not driving to Jasper. I'll pay the $8 delivery or whatever for a $3 cookie.
We don't have a Publix here either. The closest Publix that we have is over by Kayla, which is in Gardendale. Pick and Save, sister stores. Oh, okay. We have, I don't know, is Aldi everywhere?
I have no idea.
We have an Aldi. We still have a Winn-Dixie here, but they're high as a cat's tail.
Cat's tail?
But a lot of times they'll have a lot of times they'll have really good deals on meat though. So a lot of times I'll go in there and get meat because they'll have buy one, get one free.
Well, they are the meat people.
Oh, that's true. They are. Our son used to work in the meat department at Winn-Dixie. So Miss Aldi. We have an Aldi, and I actually went in there the other day and bought spicy pickles. And that was all I bought was spicy pickles. No, I bought street corn dip. I bought some street corn dip. So we had a Piggly Wiggly here for many, many years, and it closed down.
Chris there is really, she knows a lot about Wisconsin also.
Yeah. We have a Piggly Wiggly in Dora and one in Cordova, which is about 5 miles from us. But we have a local grocery store here, and they run really good sales. So a lot of times I buy a lot of stuff there, and then I go to Walmart and buy what's not on sale. So, oh yeah, I tried it last night. It is a really good, but I wasn't having a craving for it today. So
we had a meetup in Dallas, and we had barbecue queso. Was that what it was?
we're in Houston.
Well, yeah, and who's Houston? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Dallas.
it was. I don't know if what you would really call it.
It was called barbecue queso.
It was amazing. It had
Brisket
brisket
queso.
in it.
Had brisket and had like pepper jelly on top of it and queso dip, and I could have made them. You could make a meal off of
That's all we ordered.
Good night.
Well, I ordered the street corn. I had never had street corn, but I've been trying to find out what kind of seasoning they used on their street corn, and nobody can tell me the name of that food truck. But that was the best street corn. The street corn up here, I'll eat it, but it ain't nothing like that. That was delicious. So,
sounds like military moving around.
well, she grew up the first 21 years in Wisconsin.
Right, and then 4 years, I think that's Hawaii. Kansas for 4 years, and then 28 years.
Yeah, probably. Burnt end dip at Walmart is also really good. Huh, I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look and see. I like a good chip and dip. But I don't like regular potato chips. Does that sound weird? I like corn chips with some kind of dip. That's what I like. I don't like barbecue and sour cream and onion and all that. That's not what I like. I like the good tortilla chips. And a lot of times,
Hey, Mike.
A lot of times I will go by the Mexican restaurant and pick up bags of chips because they'll charge you like $2 for a bag of chips, and it's a big bag. And I love those chips. So a lot of times I just go by and get them, and then I'll do whatever dip I'm going to do.
What chips can I not stand? You don't know me too well, do you?
Well, there's so many kinds of chips now.
Hubby was on a sub, then went back to school for chem engineering, and also ended up in Raytheon. Told you that sounded military.
But there's so many kinds of chips.
I can't stand, that I do not eat. That's what I asked.
I'm trying to think.
Fritos. I cannot stand the smell of Fritos.
I love corn chips.
I like corn chips, but Fritos I can't stand.
I like them in my chili.
There was one Frito that I would eat. It was like barbecue or something. I can't remember. It was an odd flavor. I don't even know.
I don't like the chili cheese Fritos. I don't like those at all. Yeah, I know I didn't go live Tuesday because I had a dentist appointment all day. So, and I thought we were supposed to have a lunch. I had seen it where we were all going to have lunch. Our women's ministry was going to have lunch, and we normally do this on a Tuesday. So I got up a little earlier than my dentist appointment, got all ready, went to the restaurant, go in. There is nobody in sight. Nobody. So I text the lady that's over it, and I said, hey, did I miss that the lunch was canceled today? And she was like, where did you see that at? I said, it came up in our Facebook group that we were having lunch today at a place called Five Loaves. She gets to laughing, and she goes, look, that was from last fall. Somebody had commented on it, so it throwed it into my feed, so I ate lunch by myself.
Yes, go to the little Mexican place, and they'll sell you a bag of chips and dip for a couple $3.
Yeah, if you get the cheese dip, is like under $5, or you get salsa with it too. I just go get chips because I make my own cheese dip. So
I always thought it'd be cool to be in a sub.
Oh no.
You're scared of stuff.
I would go absolutely nuts if I was enclosed in something like that and could not get out.
If I had to go in the military, if I had to go in the Navy, I would want to be on a aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Now my cousin was on a sub for years, and he didn't quite care for it, so made him a little messed up in the head after a while being.
Well, you're just gonna put that out there. Huh?
He'll tell you it did. He don't speak to any of the family, so it doesn't really matter.
6'2".
6'2.5". Yeah, the half on there.
But yeah, aircraft carrier would have been my, because they're floating cities. They have everything.
Yeah. I got to looking at Daisy this morning.
I think she's pregnant.
I think she's pregnant.
Told you.
I do. I think she's pregnant. Oh, yeah, I bet he couldn't. I bet he couldn't. But yeah, I really think Daisy is pregnant, and I think that Iris may be pregnant too. So we hope that they are pregnant. So
Ruger finally got big enough. It took that darn animal took forever to get any size on it.
He did.
I kept thinking, man, he is tiny.
I went out there this morning, and Cash has got his head stuck in a cattle panel, and he's been there a while because of the poop pile and the wear down where he had moved himself back and forth. I couldn't get him out. Alan was at work. I thought, what am I going to do? I couldn't even get the bolt cutters to cut the wire to get him out. Called the neighbor. He couldn't get it to cut. I don't know what was going on, but me and him finally maneuvered his head enough to get him out. Yeah, that poor goat was freezing. He was just a shivering. I think he laid in one spot in the sunshine all the rest of the day because he was freezing.
His shoulders too wide, could not sleep on his side, feet stuck out of the bed. I bet.
Yeah, see, they should do extra long beds for some people because there's a lot of tall people.
Yeah, they're going to custom build a bed on a submarine.
They could do certain rooms that way.
Have you ever
John Michael, I know.
Have you ever been on a sub?
Yes.
Cut me off.
Yes, I have.
Okay. It's one size fits some.
That's right. Well, that's right.
Because a lot of times the sub, you may sleep in this bed right now. When you get up, the people you're relieving, he's coming to sleep in that bed.
And that's true. I bet he was cold. Yeah, I don't like my feet to hang out. And I can't sleep in
your
socks.
Your feet hang out? What are you sleeping on, a lawn chair? You're 5 foot tall. Your feet don't hang out of nothing.
Oh, thanks. I don't sleep.
I left this morning. Your head wasn't even hanging out.
My face usually is. I don't want my face covered up.
It looked like the dog laying in the bed was the only thing in that bed when I left this morning. 5 feet, my feet hanging out.
I said I don't like my feet hanging out.
Are you sleeping in a crib?
Somebody come get him before I throw him out the door. I'm a burrito when I sleep, nothing out but my nose. I don't like my face to be covered. So I might have the cover pulled up on my head, but my face is not going to be under the cover. So
I there's a, in Mobile Bay, we have the USS Alabama that was put in there in the 70s, I believe. And with it, they put the USS Drum, which is a submarine. It's a small submarine. And when I was a kid, I went through it. And the hatches are not doorways, they're hatches.
Yeah.
I was probably, I think I was 13, 14 years old. And I had to duck at 14 years old. And I'm not that tall. I can't imagine being over 6 foot trying to squeeze through them hatches. And because the submarine, honestly, the inside of it was like as wide as this room.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. There's no way I could do that. So no way at all.
She burritos too, Sue. Usually you just see the top knot of her hair sticking out, especially when it's cold outside.
Yeah, I'll reach over sometimes, and in the mornings I'll cut that heater on that heated mattress pad. Yeah,
no,
it don't take long, and I just curl up. A lot of times Poppy, she'll scoot up beside me and cuddle with me, and she's warm. All that fur.
Well, she's as big as you are.
She's got a winter coat on too, but she'll cuddle with me. I'll be like, "Oh, Poppy, come here. I'm cold." See,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. See, I couldn't. I know this is Bruce. Yeah, I thought this morning when I was trying to get cash out, it's swollen. When I was trying to get cash out, I thought he broke my arm. He got my arm pinned, and I thought I was gonna cry too.
You don't put your arm through the same hole his head's in.
Well, I was trying. It couldn't get his. I know, and I knew better. We couldn't get him though. It was a good thing that one horn was broke. Yeah, or I don't know what we would have
You
done.
have to turn it, cock his head, get one, like if this is the square, you have to get one horn come out here and his nose up here. And once that one horn comes through a little bit, then you have to turn his nose down and get that. It's a mess.
Oh, yeah.
But you do not put your hands in the same
And he is.
Oh,
man, he's stout.
It stinks.
Oh, he don't stink as bad as Bruno does.
Really?
Yeah, he's not near as bad as Bruno. But when we go down there, we need to check him and make sure he's not stuck back in there again. So we were talking about it today. I'm gonna have some people write us some letters to some of the companies to see if we can get some hay rings.
We lost somebody.
So, but we got to do something. So we're gonna have to come up with a different way.
What is burnt end dip?
What is what?
Burnt end dip.
I don't know. Sue can probably tell us what burnt end dip is. Oh, the dogs are drinking water. I thought, what is that? So we were hoping we were going to be able to get some trees and stuff cut this weekend and get started on all that, but the weather is not cooperating for us. So
she was wondering about that too.
Yeah. Burnt end dip. We'll have to look it up and see because I don't know exactly what it is. So
all I know is I'm ready for spring.
Yeah, we got to go pick up some more hay. We got to get a couple more bales down here put in.
Bedding? You're going to have to pull some of that out.
No, hay. Bales of hay.
Rolls of hay. We got to put a roll of hay out.
Yeah, we got to put a roll of hay out, but we're going to have to pick up a couple more and put them down there. So we was hoping we was going to have enough to last. It's going to be close. So it's got
pieces of burnt ends, I think, beef and.
Okay. Well, we'll have to try it. Well, that stuff that we had down there in Texas had brisket in it, and
it had brisket, and it had like pepper jelly on top of it, and then the queso, and it was like a pint.
Yeah, and it came with chips, and you have a piece of bread with it?
Oh, I think so.
I didn't think it was something else. So
I think so. I don't remember no bread. I don't It's odd to have bread with chips and queso. That'd be an odd.
I don't know. I was thinking of something else, I guess. They usually have a truck down there that has boudin. They didn't have it this time because I wanted some boudin.
Jalapenos.
I gotta get my stuff to make my fire cider.
You said that a week ago.
I know. I didn't want to buy my vegetables and stuff down here. It's too high. So we love our little local grocery store when they have good sales, but other than that, if it's not on sale, you don't buy it. It's outrageous.
Sue's up top.
She's double dipping.
Jamie Downs. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Well, I bet those kids are grown.
Oh, they are.
I just thought about that. I bet Allie Bug's 16?
How old is she? I'm trying to think how old she is. She's a couple years younger than Devin. Like 3 years younger than Devin. So she'd be 14 or 15. Yeah, wow. We're getting old.
You got that right.
Mr. Odin. Yeah, she said it was at Walmart. He's spoiled rotten now? R3 or R4 is piled out here in the living room floor. They got outside. They are now on the wireless system outside, so they can't just run anywhere. And
you can't get them off the porch some days.
Yeah, some days they'll get, but they were laying in here in the kitchen earlier, and I was in the kitchen doing some stuff, and Piper jumps up in a panic and comes running to me, and her collar is beeping. I don't know what caused it to do that. Well, then Hannah started, and their perimeter goes completely around the house, so they can even go in the backyard. I don't know why it started beeping inside the house. Y'all, these dogs was in a panic. I had to take their collars off, and I laid them on the counter, and they were still beeping on the counter. He's a mess. He even has his own playpen for this shop. Oh, how sweet. You'll have to post some videos and stuff of him, too, so we can see. We do got to take a weekend and go down there to that antique store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go through there. So
we will when it's, well, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll have time.
We got one more basketball game. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So, and then that's all basketball games and everything for a while. So,
we got a thing at the church the 8th.
Well, that's a night. It's later on in the evening. It's not that morning time and stuff.
For you. We got to decorate and get everything ready.
Oh, well. Well, you want to tell them what we're having? We're having our church is doing a Valentine's banquet. And we are doing...
The men is doing a Valentine's banquet for the ladies. The ladies are not involved in it at all except for showing up. So the men are going in, decorating, doing all the cooking, getting all the games together, the DJ, the whole 9 yards. And the women are going to come into the sanctuary. We're going to come get y'all and bring y'all in.
But what is our dress code?
Thrift store.
It's supposed to be the 50s. Yeah, but it's supposed to be from the years 50s and 60s. But you can't find any dresses or anything that's from the 50s and 60s. Believe me, I've looked. So we're going to do like the late 80s, early 90s.
But our 50s and 60s.
So, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun because we done got one of his outfits. So, or one of his pieces.
Men don't wear outfits.
Okay, Glenda, we can do that. Oh, you sent me a pic? My phone's maybe dead. No, it's not dead.
It's always in a state of being dead.
Look at him in his little sweater. I love it. How big do you think he will get? Oh, that's precious. Look at that. I love it. He's so sweet.
Pretty little puppy.
He is so sweet. Ours has sweaters too. And Poppy loves the sweater. She'll rock it all day.
Linda says let her know when we go.
We'll meet y'all up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lots of costume ideas.
Yeah, well, they're doing everything has to come from the thrift store. Like I'm supposed to go buy his outfit, and he's supposed to go buy my outfit.
I hate to tell you, I ain't going to buy your
outfit. Well, you can't because women have to try stuff on, that kind of stuff. You can't just buy a shirt, a pair of pants. But it should be a lot of fun. So, I'm anxious to see what everybody's. But we're having barbecue chicken and barbecue pork. I think.
I'm not over that.
Yeah, he'll probably be a 50, 60 pound.
You can see the husky in his face.
Yeah. But now I've seen some
belly.
That's, mixed together that you wouldn't think would mix together, and it would look like a husky and be a little bitty one. So
what is it? Husky and corgi. That's a hilarious little.
Yes.
They look like little mini huskies.
Yes.
I'd be scared to get the full size corgi with the corgi's energy. Good grief. Now everybody's thinking about this 120-pound corgi running through the house.
Oh, that's sweet. The little tail. I love the little tail. That's what I was laughing earlier about the girls wagging their little nubs because their nubs are not very long and they'll get them nubs to going 90 to nothing when they get excited. My favorite thing is when the goats wag their tails. I love that. You know, that tail, it'll get to going 90 to nothing.
It's up on their back.
Yeah, and the sheep does it too. Mm-hmm. And theirs vibrates. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed when you're petting them or something, those tails will start vibrating.
Well, we don't cut our sheep's tails off. Like a lot of people that raise sheep, they cut their tails off because they can get infections really bad if they're kind of in the wild ish. But so our sheep's tails are full length tails, and it's like they only have control right at their bottom, and the end of it's just out there quivering like a snake.
Daisy really does it when you rub her belly. But yeah, I was, and her udder is getting on out there, and Iris looks like she's getting a little bit of growth on her udder that is starting to drop. So, not to say that they are, but I think.
Well, if she's going to drop it, it'll be next week when it's 10 degrees.
She does it every time, don't she?
Good night. That darn thing. The temperature drops 10 degrees, she's going to shoot a baby out, whether you ready or not.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, last time I told you I thought she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And you was like, I think she's just fat. Then you went out there one day and there was ice everywhere.
She didn't have an udder or anything, well, so. And the babies, y'all, those babies are growing. Those babies are hilarious.
They're almost as big as their mama.
Yeah, they are. They're the sweetest little things, too. And they'll break your finger, won't they?
They bite it, it will.
But they are super sweet babies. That little Boaz has got to where he'll just give you kisses, too. He'll just love all over you like Tate does. So.
See, I had planned last week to put the brushes up. But I wasn't getting the tractor out on that hillside with his sloppy and everything as it was.
And it's still sloppy out there. It's not as bad as it was. Not so much in the pasture, but our yard is still really, really soft and muddy. But we got to put hay out tomorrow, so we got to do it before all this starts.
The water's not evaporating. It's freezing at night and thawing and freezing and thawing.
Yeah.
So you get that upheaval.
Yeah. Yeah. So. It's just been aggravating, and I called to get some gravel brought in. And do y'all know what gravel costs right now?
Arm, leg, 2 hens' teeth.
Gravel is $900 a load. $900.
3 years ago, it was $500 a load.
Yes, that's what we paid for it, and it's went up that much. So that's gonna have to wait just a little while. That gravel's just gonna be on the back burner for a little bit because we got other stuff we got to do right now. So. I don't understand why it's so outrageous. Now, you can have 2 tons brought in for $300, but that ain't going to cover nothing. Mm-mm. But we may still end up doing it just to get it over this mud hole out here for right now.
No, I'm just going to dig that mud hole out with the tractor and go get some bags of Quick Creek at $3 a bag and throw off in it,
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just... And that our truck is so heavy, it just sinks down in that clay. So it's made a mud hole right there by the back door. So it's aggravating. And Piper wants to run right through it every time. Every time. They're just passed out. I wish y'all could see them passed out in here. They're a mess.
Calming down some.
And Hannah loves her crate. She loves to sleep in her crate.
Piper's in it right now.
Yeah, but they like to sleep in their crate during the day. That they don't. I mean, when they're not in it, they will go get in it. Mm-hmm. And if Hannah's in it and Piper goes to get in that crate, y'all, Hannah growls at her. She don't want her in there with her. And at night we put them both in there because they have a big crate, one of those big ones that a Great Dane can fit in.
It's big enough that it came with a partition so you could separate it into 2 sections.
Yeah. And so they both go in that crate at night, but Piper or Hannah will growl at her because she don't want her in there. it, I get tickled at them. So, and Scarlett's been hanging out here.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett has been hanging out with us, and every day she makes it a point to come by and play, and she just gets out there and plays and runs. And they say it's a safety thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's their comfort area. They feel safe in there. So, yeah. But this couch is a lot better than that floor last week. That floor, yeah, there was no way we could sit in that floor again tonight. So, yeah, I paid for that for days.
You wouldn't believe how tough she was when I met her. She's turned into a wuss.
Well,
Easy living does that to you.
I ain't worked outside the house in 8 years, so yeah.
Your husband just took care of it.
I ain't near as strong as I used to be either. Nah, I don't have near the strength. Like it's awful. It aggravates me so much. I don't know why Facebook keeps doing that. So it won't be long, y'all, and we'll be starting seeds. Believe it or not, it's coming fast.
Mm-hmm.
He'll shred a pea pad.
I think next week I need to get out and do some tree trimming. This big azalea by the front porch has got to be cut back.
Yeah, it's huge.
It has got to be.
I don't know if y'all have ever noticed the big azalea that's in our front yard. And it's been here. We've lived here 25 years, and it's been here probably 23 years. A friend of mine's grandparents had a old home place that the house is gone, nothing's there anymore. And I drove by one day and that azalea was there. I dug that sucker up, put it in the back of the truck, brought it home, and planted it. And it is huge.
There's only 2 azaleas that's ever done anything here, and they were both old azaleas. They weren't ones that you bought at a store. We've never had an azalea that we bought at a store that lived any.
The 2 by the cross house. And I bought them at a nursery in Coleman. So, and it's an orange one and
Yellow?
No, I don't think it's yellow. Now this bright pink one out here, I dug up at our
That's
at my mom's.
They're old azaleas.
It looks fluorescent, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it was at where the house I grew up. That was my grandparents' house. That's not there any longer. The house
steal
burned.
Plants from anywhere.
I do. I'll stop on the side of the road and dig up roses all the time. Do y'all do that too, or is it just me?
Just you.
And my cousin stopped one day on the side of the road. He said, "Are you okay? You broke down?" I said, "Yeah, I'm digging up roses." He said, "Why are you digging up roses off the side of the road?" I said, "Because they're climbing roses and they're beautiful." And they're all coming up. Have you noticed that? I planted them along the hill in front of the
front of the house.
In front of the fence too. Yeah, they're coming out like crazy. So they do. It's crazy. This azalea, like it's probably 7 or 8 foot tall. It's that big.
Not this one.
No, this one right here.
This one over here, yeah, it's probably 6 or 7 foot tall.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, you said big. That one.
No, I was
pointing.
No,
we can back it up and we can look.
My finger just went in the wrong direction. This one right here. Oh yeah, I do. I have no problem. And if I see a rose bush that I really, really like, I'll stop and knock on somebody's door and say, "Hey, can I cut a clipping off of that?" I do that too. And that's what I love about one of the old home places here. There was daffodils, the big ones. Golly, I brought a whole truckload of daffodils home. And they're planted all down the side of the pasture too. I planted them all the way down the fence line. and did my video on it. And then the next day, Jason and Brooke released a video that they had done the exact same thing. And I had no clue because I hadn't talked to her.
It is funny how we will be videoing or doing a video for something, and one of our friends will release a video of them doing the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It happens every time, and it's just like,
I got all kinds of irises. So lots of irises. I can dig you some up. I got a bunch. So, and then all of us too around here, like we'll trade out stuff. Like my mom will dig up something and I'll dig up something. And let's take the dog out. Okay, we understand. And so we trade plants. Now, some stuff I haven't got to this. My St. John's wort that I planted didn't do good. Excuse me, y'all. Is it called the lamb's? What is that? The lamb's ear? It's not a lamb's ear. Glenda will probably know. What is that plant that's called a lamb's something? I can't think of it to save my life right now. But my aunt has it growing everywhere in her yard, and I wanted some of it, and got some and planted it down here, and it will not live. It's the clay. And then the one that your grandfather gave me, he told me it was a Texas rose, but I don't think that's the real name of it. There's some we go to this house in Jasper, and I bought tons of cannas. And he has canna lilies, and he has several of these Texas roses in the front yard. They're huge, aren't they?
I think the reason ours never gets any bigger is it doesn't get the sun that it needs.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut that one tree back and see if I can get some sun right there for them. So,
didn't we get some? You never did start any seedlings from the seeds that we got off of.
No, because this year they didn't put any out. But
we got some a while back. You never did seeds off of.
I have to look and see.
Yeah, I put them in a Ziploc bag, and they're in that hutch over there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you knew where they were.
But they're probably 5 or 6 years old now. I don't know if they'll even grow anything.
But I was going to get some this year, and it just didn't. It was so hot this year, it didn't do anything. So
the only thing that did anything this year was your roses.
Yeah, and that was recently. But except the Peggy Martin and this farmer's dream out here has went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be long, and it'll be time to fertilize roses. So what is it, baby? She's looking at me pitiful. Like, you can't get up here right now, okay? All righty. But are you going to start the trees where the garden is? Is that what your plan is too?
I got to cut the dead trees before I worry about any other trees.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, we've been lucky with all this wind. We've just had a bunch of limbs down. Lamb's ear. Okay. I couldn't remember if that's what it was called, but it doesn't do good here in our yard.
And your aunt's got figs like crazy.
Yeah. And I
don't know what species of figs appear. And until I guess Jason planted his, and him and David and all those were talking about different figs and stuff like that. I didn't know there was that many species of figs that existed. I just thought a fig was a fig.
I didn't know that either.
But they've got the LSU figs, and they've got these figs. And I'm like, dude.
I want to do an herbal garden this year too.
You got to keep the chickens out of it.
Well, I'm not going to put it up here. I'm going to put it down yonder. So maybe that will. What is it? The dogs are awake now. No, y'all quit. We'll let you out in a minute. Okay, go lay down. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go. I know what go to bed means. Go. Go. But yeah, I'm gonna
go to bed. They won't listen to her.
They're gonna go in there, sit in their cage, and stare at us.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, me.
Come call these dogs. They won't listen to me.
And he can just yell one time and here they come.
I ain't even got to yell.
Well, they don't have that problem anymore since I put them on that wireless system. I don't have to worry about it at all. So they don't even want to go off the porch.
That thing beeps or buzzes and they're back.
Yeah.
Where you plan on doing it, herbal garden?
Probably gonna do it back there behind the old house down there. Like on the end when you come around the curve.
Under the big oak trees?
Yeah, sort of. Not right up under it, but push towards that bank.
That end of the house is covered in big oak trees, so you'd have to come.
I'll find somewhere to put it, but I thought about it because that way the chickens will stay out of it. So it's a little too cool for shorts outside tonight.
You got that right.
Look, I've been freezing all day, and I somehow I have a heated throw that I keep on my recliner. It's gotten broke somehow. It's not working. I'm like, oh no. That's me every morning standing outside yelling at the dogs to hurry up. I'm freezing.
Yeah, no ice cubes on you, honey. Water.
Yesterday morning I had on I threw a pair of pants on and I still had my robe on, but I didn't put any socks on. I was like over it. I was like, y'all gonna have to come on. I got to go. My feet is cold. It was like, I think it was 21 degrees yesterday morning when I was out there. I was like, woo. I don't know. There's some out in the garage refrigerator.
Going out there.
Well, we got to go out there in a little bit to put everybody up. We still lock the babies up at night because we don't want them out and about. And we started locking them up and leaving the big shed open for the sheep, and Sophie lays in there all the time. So you go down there and that big old cow is laid up in that loafing shed wagging her tail.
Big old cow.
She's fat as ever.
I guess 5 foot tall. She'd be big too.
She ain't 5 foot tall. I'm gonna measure her. We're gonna get the tape measure.
I didn't say that she was 5 foot tall.
You're talking about me.
I'm talking about
I
you.
know that. I'm just ignoring you because you're giving me a hard time.
No, you just don't listen to nothing I say.
But she
change the subject.
Shush.
That's the second best thing she does.
But I'm gonna measure her. I'm gonna know how tall she is.
About that tall.
Yeah.
About 42 inches.
Do you think she's taller than the donkeys?
Yeah.
It's close, but
I don't think she's taller than the donkeys.
I hope the girls are pregnant. I've noticed in the past month or so he hadn't messed with them like that. So hoping that they are pregnant. So
and get those babies out. We'll put the girls back over.
Yeah, they'll be put back in the main pasture. So Bo can't be around babies, and we're going to split that pasture. That pasture is going to be split in half because there's not enough of them to have that big area, and then that one side's going to be the garden. So that's our plan this year. Well, you're welcome, sister, anytime. Did you get to listen to the other one I sent you? It's got some oldie ones on it. That's my favorites. I shared my playlist with her today.
I ain't sharing my playlist with nobody. Y'all think I'm bipolar.
I sent her my praise and worship playlist. So so there's some old ones on there too. It's my favorite. So I got a couple of my favorite ones and I can't find them. They're that old. I can't find anybody.
You're that old.
I am not. But I guess the bands or the groups are not together anymore. And one song I can't even find out who sings it. So, but there was some good ones in there. So I'm a excuse me, I am a music person. I have to have noise. And so shut up. So I play a lot of music. I'm going to give you away.
You would call and have them bring me back. I need something moved. Bring him back. I'm going to start building everything with wheels and a motor.
Oh, that would make it a lot easier on me.
Yeah, me too. Where you want this? Right there. Okay. 2 weeks later, I need to move this over there. And then we move it over there, and she goes, "Nah, we need it moved back over here."
Well, let's give them a coyote update.
No coyotes.
The people will leave, and they will start an hour later. Like Caleb, the neighbor came down and helped me this morning to get cash out because I couldn't get him. And he says, played me a video of night before last.
Just a second.
Rhett's barking.
That ain't Rhett barking.
You sure? It's probably Scarlet.
It stopped. Like one of the dogs growling.
Oh, Harley was doing his little noise over there. But he night before last, coyotes was cutting up. He had videoed them, and he said the people had just left about an hour before. And then they went down here on Sedgeco and took some out where they've been hunting down there. So they just ain't coming up here. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
Scarlett's got them on the run.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And you can't catch the booger to put her up to keep them, So, yeah, that was Harley doing that. Harley has this little growl that he does sometimes. He jumped on Scarlett yesterday, y'all. He got out of the house and took off after her and jumped on her. And she pinned him.
Well, she's 90 pounds.
Yeah, she pinned him.
12?
No, he don't weigh 12. She pinned him on the ground. He's got to have a haircut. Bad. And a bath.
You better than the hope POPPI don't see you.
The what? Oh. Yeah, his hair's gotten a little long right here, so we got to get that cut. And he needs a bath, but I hate to bathe him when it's this cold because unless there's a fire built. So, well.
Deep subject for your shallow mind.
I know, right? It's already been an hour.
Almost.
Doesn't seem like it, does it? I'm not looking forward to going out there to put everybody up.
I'm not. I'm going to let you.
No, you're going to go help me.
Well, I start earlier than you. I go to bed earlier.
You do. You were still awake when I went to sleep last night.
And?
I've been tired lately. Usually I'll go to bed and I'll watch TV for a little while for probably about an hour, hour and a half. Not recently.
Don't you tell these fine folks no story.
I'm not.
You turn the TV on and then I'll be laying there and I'll hear you. And you roll over and that's the end of it. The TV is on for 3 more hours.
I don't ever set the timer over 60 minutes, so I know that's not true. It seems
like 3 hours. And I'll doze off and then something will happen on the TV and it'll startle me. I look. I'm just not getting out of bed and going around and getting the remote and turn it off.
I keep the remote. I won't let him have it. But the past week or so, I ain't made it 10 minutes. Oh, I meant to show them. I'll show y'all next week. I did freeze-dried fruit roll-ups like yesterday. And I made the fruit roll-ups into roses. They looked pretty good. They turned out pretty good. So I'll share them with y'all, some pictures of them. So, well, we hate to run.
I ain't running. I'll walk. I ain't running.
But I'm going to try to go live tomorrow for a little while because it's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow. So my plan is to do every Tuesday and Friday, weather permitting. And
Schedule permitting.
Yeah, if I ain't got nothing going on. And next week, I don't think I got anything going on, but maybe a snowstorm. So, So, all right, guys, we love y'all. Jesus loves you. And we will see y'all guys later. Bye guys.